Now, this is where I get confused, where I have to ask myself, who is doing what to whom? Because I don't know whether I am the artist, the criminal, the revolutionary, or whether you are. I don't know if you make my body art when you seem to sculpt my hip with your hand and then your mouth. I mean, my hip is my hip, with or without your tongue. I don't know if you are criminal for misunderstanding yeses and nos, or if I am criminal for always seeming to say yes. I mean, I am lying here, lying. I don't know if you are revolutionary when you seem to be the person who can touch me, and you seem to be the person who can. Yes, you seem to be the person who can. Or whether I'm just letting you. Sometimes I think that I'm raping myself. That I'm raping myself. That I am raping myself with your body. I am body, but no body. Body, but no body. Understand? Because I don't want your sweat and your spit all over my imagination. When I'm alone, I pray to God to find me and take me away. Take away the inviting smell of woman, eyes of woman, ears, mouth, vagina, all the holes that anyone's fingers or tongue can fit into, fill up for an hour or an evening, but tomorrow, or at 3 a.m, when all of him is limp and full of dreams of his mother, I am empty, full of holes, getting bigger and bigger every time you put your finger in, and I am getting smaller and smaller. Body, but nobody. Understand? Holes imply. A hole practically begs to be filled, and my head is a hole full of thoughts, unspeakable thoughts of violence against you, of revolution. If my holes were revolution, they would fill themselves and overflow, and the unspeakable from every hole would drown you. I lie there, full of holes, wanting to disappear. I want to be empty. Holes want to be empty. I want to be hollow. Somebody, but no body. Understand? We are the hollow women, the stuffed women, stuffed with fists and feet and fingers and shit, and stuffed with you. We are the hollow women. But forget it. Forget it. We learned to forget it from our mothers. We'll forget the 13-year-old girl who was chained to a bed or a toilet all her life. She never learned to speak the language. We'll forget the girl who was stuffed into a box under a bed he slept in with his wife, kidnapped, shitting herself, pissing herself until he would come to clean her, to feed her, to rape her. When they finally found her, she'd forgotten her own name. But I can't forget that when my cousin was raped, her head 3 times the size of her head, her mouth so disfigured she couldn't speak even though she knew and remembered how. Her head, her whole body black and beat to shit, oozing purple and red, and yellow from holes I didn't know oozed yellow, from holes she didn't have the last time I saw her. I can't forget that they told me, don't cry when you look at her. Don't cry when you look at her. Don't cry when you look at her.